I'm so stuck. I don't know. Like, it's scary. It's scary. It's scary to feel this way, but it is. I just don't care. So, to make money, sometimes I do dates. On Valentine's Day, I got this date. Started off normal. He didn't want to use a condom, so he decided he was gonna me.
I've walked down the tracks and I've seen girls dead.
3 hours, he me. I don't have my voice now because I'm still trying to get my voice back from the screaming. It was violent, it was vicious. I was choked out 3 or 4 times.
I used to be really pretty. Like, I used to be really, really, really pretty. Some people say I'm still pretty, but trust me.
Stay away from everything.
Hi, my name is Emily Carter. I go by Renee. I'm from Winchester, Virginia. I'm 29 years old. I came to Baltimore because I was getting packs of dope to support my habit and take them back and them. You get them here for like $3. You sell them upstate, if you know, for 15 to 20. I'd say I started using when I was 13. My best friend's older sister is the one that gave me my first line of heroin. But I was already like purged and doing hydros and stuff like that. My car got stolen when I was here dealing, and there wasn't an option for me to go back home without it. So ultimately I ended up tricking. So we're on the side of Washington Boulevard, and it's known for, you know, it's glitz, glamour, and devil and demons. I've walked down the tracks and I've seen girls dead. I've been in some pretty nasty ass houses that you would think that were not nasty inside. I've seen people go from like 0 to 100, like you could be with a date and everything could be fine, and a girl might get an attitude, and the next thing you know, you're both getting beat. You know, there was a girl that actually got held like captive in like his basement for like 3 months, and a homegirl ended up getting kidnapped too. Like, they were there together, but he kidnapped them at 2 separate times. He's not around, but he definitely hasn't been caught yet either. So it's definitely a big risk when you're out here doing this. You got to be careful about who you get in the car with. I don't really get in the car with young guys at all. If they don't look 40 and over, I'm not doing it.
Have you lost any friends out here?
Yeah, Megan. She goes by Diamond. She was found stabbed in a bando last week over on West Side. God, I got chills. And then there was Tink. Her name's Autumn. She was gangster. She was my down. I love her. But somebody strangled her. And that was probably about 2 months ago. She was found in a bando as well.
Does that not scare you at all?
You think it would, you know? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was just raped 5 days ago and woke up in a bando myself. And that was over on West Side. You know, I go over there and work sometimes, and I work here. It's been a little slow around here. And as you can see, most of the time it would, you know, fuck a lot of people up, but it's like you just become robot, like morbid to it.
How old were you when you started?
I was over at Poplar Grove, over there off Edmondson. I was 23, and my daddy used to support my habit, so I used to get like $350 a week. But when that stopped, it was like you had to figure it out, because there ain't no love out here. There's no love out here. You know, you can go up to somebody and you think like, oh, like, everybody got a sad story. They don't want to hear that. You need to bring something to the table to get something. You know, you gotta go make it make sense. She's my best friend still. We're kind of distant, but I met her in 7th grade at the skating rink, and you know, by 7th grade, like, I had already been expelled from school a bunch of times. I was a bad kid. You know, I grew up in a bad household, alcoholic stepdad, so, you know, classic case, stereotype, you know, bad kid. And she struggled with the same thing. So when we got together, it was just kind of like hell and fire. And her older sister at the time, she was 17, and she had her license, so she was already coming up the corridor, you know, up 70 and coming up here and getting the real before fentanyl was around, before Scramble was around. So that was, I can honestly say, before fentanyl came around, like, that shit was a lot better. You can quit that shit cold turkey, but it still had the same effect. I got my first line. I was 13. We had just come back. We thought we were so cool. We had already rolled to Baltimore. You know, everybody hears about Baltimore. And we thought we were so cool. I got like a line like not even as big as my peony bed, and I puked for hours, like hours. And I'm 13, and I was bigger than this than how I am now. So, but if you were to think about it, like, you'd be like, oh my god. But yeah, I basically didn't learn my lesson then. I'm hard-headed, and I fell in love with it. I guess it was just the way that I can describe how it used to feel is like a warm fuzzy blanket, like when you're in your mother's womb, like you feel safe. That's how heroin used to feel. Now these days it's like you're just chasing to get well. Like you just want to feel normal. You don't want to, be sick. You don't want to be ill, and you don't want to, be out here, especially when you're out here on the street. Like being cold and being sick is the worst thing ever. I would rather give birth 10 times in one day than ever feel withdrawal, and I mean that. But basically that's kind of where it started. I was up by the end of 7th grade. It lasts all the way till 8th grade, 9th grade. My grandmother passed away in 2013. I went to my mother's in Missouri, and I kind of got out of that life for a little bit. But when I came back to Virginia, it was back to the same, same. I'm from, a small town. It's not super small, but it's not as big as Baltimore. So if you've heard about Winchester, Virginia, there's nothing to do there. There's nothing. We're like right down the road from Martinsburg, and as well as we're right up the street from Baltimore. So it's kind of like there's a lot of shit to get into. I did get knocked up at 19, and I got clean for 5 years. That's when, before fentanyl, before scramble. My son, he's now 8. He's still living in Winchester, Virginia with his dad and his grandparents. Unfortunately, I let, my demons get a hold of me, and it was painful. I don't really know how to be anything else than a mother or addict. So, you take that away for what I got clean with, and, the rest is history. But I can definitely say that when fentanyl got a hold of me, that was it. I've never felt anything like it in my life.
Did any of your classmates or your teachers suspect you of using?
I think so, but this was like 2012, 2013, so it was really before the epidemic took off. When basically, I think it was I want to say 2013 to 2015, that's when we had people, by the hundreds dying, from the Percocet, you know what I'm saying, that's when they really started to put a handle on things, and pharma discontinued a lot of the Oxy 80s and all of that. So I was in that era where they were still, basically, I could go to basketball practice and sprain my ankle and get a whole script of 30s for 2 months. They don't do that no more.
So how often did you use back in the day at 13?
I don't know how we used to get the money, man. I really don't, because I think about it today and how hard it is sometimes. We was jamming for, as young as we was. I'd say it was anywhere from $100 a day and dope, or more. But we also had, the perks out, and they weren't like how they are per 30s, $30 a milligram. We could get those. I had somebody that I was getting them for 5 or 10 a piece. My real takeoff was when I got a hold of the fentanyl 30s back in 2021 or 2020, around 2020 and 2021 when the COVID happened. That's when I discovered the fentanyl 30s, and they are the inbox 30s. Probably people know what I'm talking about. And I didn't know that they were laced with fentanyl, so when I did it, it had such euphoria on it. And it did kind of the same thing. I got that nauseous feeling. So but I didn't know exactly what it was. I didn't know what it exactly was laced with. At the time, that's when I was going through, the custody battle and everything. And I locked myself in a hotel room for 4 days. And next thing I know, I'm doing 14 of them a day. I'm actually linked up with a guy that was supplying my area, and we took off. I used to be them things, and that definitely is not the best thing about my life, but it was definitely the best time. I can't lie. I know a lot of people probably frown upon that, but fast money was good. It was good. Definitely better than being out here right now.
How much would you say you spend a day on using right now?
Definitely anywhere from 200 to 300. Definitely 200 to 300. Yeah.
A day?
Yeah, a day. Honestly, my days, they just kind of go together. I made probably 150 from, I had 80 at 4 a.m. and then I had 60 at 7 a.m. and my last day was 40. So around that area, I've already, you know what I mean? But it's so weird because it comes in those increments. You don't feel like you're making that much. You never feel like you're really, you know what I mean? But when I sit back and I'm adding up and I'm sitting where the fuck is all my money going? Where's all my shit? So it goes fast. It does. Like, you would think like a 20 rock of crack would last you a couple hours. It doesn't. People out here, they don't mind coming up to you and be like, hey, can I get it? Can I get this? You know, and they're the person that might have helped you when you was f***ed up. So you give them a hit, you know what I mean? And then they want another one. And it's kind of like, it's all about alliances, because you want to keep your alliances out here. You don't want to be out here with no good alliances, because there's going to be a time where you're f***ed up, you're going to need somebody's help.
Some days you think like, what am I doing out here?
Every day. I do. I want to get clean. I've tried programs. I'm just currently dealing with like my ID. I don't have an ID, and a lot of people say you don't need your ID and stuff like that. But my insurance was through Virginia. I've tried to switch over here. I went through a couple of different avenues, and it's a lot. It's a lot of patience and a lot of work. And we're addicts, and we don't really have time for that. Unless you're really ready. But it seems just too hard. This is easier.
So would you say people that's in active addiction make a lot of excuses not to get clean?
Yes, we do. We do.
So what's really stopping you from getting clean?
Caring for myself.
When you mentioned that you had a son, when you might get clean for your son?
Yeah, but it seems so far gone now. Last time I seen him, he was 5.
And how many years ago was that?
Well, he's 8 now. So it's kind of weird. It's like a time capsule here. Sometimes I'd be thinking we've been here for like 3 years, but really I've been here for going on 5 now. If you think about it, he's 5, so 6. So 3 years, yeah. But I've been in active addiction 5, so really I've been gone for him a total of 5 years.
You think about him every day?
Yeah, every day. Every day.
If he was watching right now, what message would you have for him?
Hey, you're my sunshine, and I'm sorry. And I love you.
My name is Paulina Nikkei. I go by Paulie. I'm actually going to do this interview because I don't want young women to follow up my footsteps. They need to know it's hard out here. I'm originally from Delaware. I got here 3 years ago. I lived in Park Heights in here, and I'm an addict. I'm an addict. My children live with my baby dad around here, so I followed them to be close to them. But at the end of the day, I don't see them like I should. I don't do none of that. Drugs run my life. I shoot heroin. And you get stuck in the loop of it. It's whatever you can do to get the money. If you can think of it, I've done it. But right now I do dates. Not proud of it, but I do it. I don't want my daughter doing this. This is why I'm doing this, because I want her to see, like, this is not the life you want to live. Give you a little example. Valentine's Day, I got raped. I still don't have my voice back clearly. It's hard. Like, I got raped because they didn't want to use a condom. Like, it's crazy out here. Whatever I can do to get the all day long. I don't sleep for 3 and 4 days at a time. Barely even have the money to pay somebody to get a shower. I'm technically homeless. Scared to death of treatment. I don't know why. It's just trauma. It's more trauma being out here. I don't even know why I stay. I've been out here, for almost a year now. Just to be close to my daughter, who I don't even see like I need to. It's not even the point of being out here. I got caught up in the loop of money to get high, money to get high. It's just a vicious cycle. It's vicious and it tears you down. I'm only 34. I'm probably a little older than that. But I don't know. It's a obsession on my mind every day, night and day. My mom, she passed away 13 years ago, but I was born addicted to. My mom spent crack my whole life, my whole childhood, men in and out, here and there, parties. So it's just normal to me. I don't know what a normal life actually is. And when I had 2 years sober a while back, but the normalcy of it, I didn't know how to keep it going. My first memory is my dad taking brass knuckles to my mom's face, breaking her neck, and trying to blow her leg off. It looked like a firecracker to me, but it was dynamite, they said in the court paperwork. So she had, for months, she had a halo on her head. And after that, every man she dated was my dad. So it was a vicious cycle after that. She would get drink and then beat the hell out of a man, and he don't know why. I mean, she bit people's earlobes off like my mom was crazy. So, needless to say, I kind of followed in her footsteps, and I didn't even realize it. Started drinking, smoking weed, that's where it started. And then I met a boyfriend who said if I was going to get high, you're going to do it right. He set me up with a Perk 30, and I've been hooked ever since. I never sniffed a pill, never smelled a pill, nothing. I went straight to shooting it.
And what age was that again?
That was 18. And I literally been hooked ever since. Like, my life is just downhill. Like, I've had really great opportunities that I just fuck up. Excuse my language. Self-sabotage. I've been in treatments. In a way, I feel like I know how to do it. I'm just scared, and I don't know why. I'm alone out here, that's why. So I'm gonna succeed probably alone. What I'm afraid of? The unknown. I don't know how to live a normal life. I don't know. This is all I've ever known. Whether it's Delaware or Baltimore, the life is still the same. It's the same concept, the same loop, the same insanity. No matter where you go, you're still, you know what I mean? It's just worse in some areas. I have lost friends. I have no family. I have family, but from a distance. It hurts them to see me out here like this. Sometimes, like, they put missing persons out on me all the time. All they want is to hear from me, and I don't do that. I don't go around them high. I don't want them to know the struggle I'm going through. None of that. But now I have a 6-year-old daughter, and I've been really, you know, if she was to live this kind of life, I don't know what I'd do. So I'm starting to understand a little bit about what my dad, my mom, you know. Like, my dad, he's sober. He's not. He got sober when he got out of prison. And he lives a really normal, good life. And begs me all the time to leave Baltimore, you know, save myself and my daughter. I just don't know how yet. That's the truth. I don't even know where to start.
What's your longest clean time?
2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
How did you feel being clean?
Good. But honestly, the truth is, I didn't know what to do. It got mundane. It was a cycle. Go to work, take care of my kids. Go to work, take care of my kids, pay the bills, and it was lonely. And it happened so fast when I relapsed. I was just riding down the highway, it just turned summer, and I don't know, it was like a flip of a switch, bam. So I gave my daughter to the baby dad's side, his sister, because I knew she'd be well taken care of. She'd have a good future. Yeah, like, I made a selfless decision, but that decision hurts me every day that I can't do it. The first time I used it, it was like heaven. I couldn't move, really. It was scary because it was very strong. All I could do was lay there, but the feeling it gave, like the manic thoughts, they stopped, they ceased. I was able to rest my mind. It was nothing but quietness. I could feel no pain, no nothing. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when we get high, it's like bliss. For me, it's the voices stop because I'm schizoaffective. So my mind never stops spinning, never. And it's too much. So it gives me a break from it.
Did you go back to using it instantly the next day?
Yes. I thought I wouldn't get hooked. I remember my mom crying to me, "You don't know what you just did to your life." And I said, "I'm all right, I got this, I'm not an addict." And about a year later, it all went bad. The job, the car, the house, all of it, lost it. Strung out bad. That needle takes you to the abyss.
Have you ever OD'd before?
3 times. Only 3 times. And the last time, it's bad. I think they did CPR only for 45 minutes. One of my close friends in Park Heights was at Park Heights. And instantly I knew I f***ed up. So when I stood up, I knocked myself out as well, going out. Because my head hit the side of the window pane. And it took a long time to bring me back. But I came back. It's not my time. I've saved a lot of people out here. That Narcan we keep on us, it comes handy. I am afraid. It's almost like you know you're going to die out here. Unless you get help. You teeter-totter. good versus evil, literally. But we got to make that decision ourselves. Can't nobody make it for us, and we know that. We just struggle with it.
Growing up, did you ever tell yourself that that'll never be me?
Absolutely. I never in a million years. I had opportunities to take over family businesses. Like my grandmother was not an addict, so I had a really chance to have a really good life. And that is why she loves me from a distance, because she doesn't understand good opportunities. I was buying a house and gave up on it. You know, it's crazy. The things that we give up.
Did you burn any bridges with family members?
Every single one of them. Not even gonna lie to you, every single one of them. I had my first felony for hitting the business account of my grandmother. That's the biggest regret of my life. Taking money from her business account. Been like 10 years since she talked to me. So,
Through everything that you've been through and currently going through, do you have someone that still supports you?
honestly, my baby dad's sister. Because I don't lie to her. She positively influences. She's the one that's my daughter. She influences me to treatment all the time. As long as I'm not, I get to see my daughter. She works with me. She will put a missing person out if I don't respond. Like if she don't hear from me in a few weeks. Even though I'm not with my children's father, she still loves me. So she has all my kids. She takes really good care of them. And she knows how the bond that I have with my kids. So it feels good to have somebody that cares. It does. Don't do pick a better life than this, because this one's hard. Sucks the life right out of you. I see my kids doing, I'm gonna fight tooth and nail with them to get clean. It's not cool, it's not fun, don't get peer pressured into it. It's nothing like they say. It's nothing like you think it is. And it's not. Do something better with your life. Get stuck in the loop of having a family that loves you, making memories and traditions that you can actually look back and not regret. You don't live this life. You do not live this life. I don't wish it on nobody. I guess that's the scary part. You get so used to being on the street, and you get so used to just this.
So your excuse for not being clean is caring for yourself. What would it take? What would you have to change in order for you to start caring for yourself?
It's a great question. I don't know. That's where I'm at. I'm so stuck. I don't know. Like it's scary. It's scary. It's scary to feel this way, but it is. I just don't care anymore. I wish I did, but I just don't care anymore.
You have a family history of substance abuse?
Yeah.
Your parents?
Yeah, mom and dad. Grandfather. Everybody was either alcoholics or, did pills or, my older brother as well. But he's been clean. He got clean.
Did you grow up seeing people using your household?
Yeah, mainly my mom, my stepdad. They'd have parties and people over and stuff like that. And I always took care, I was always the one, taking care of the kids. So.
Why do you think it's always the person who is taking care of everyone ends up in this way, looking for a way to escape?
Well, it's because it's a lot of pressure, It is just a lot of pressure. You also see a lot of shit, I guess it's just you. Sometimes they say you're either going to become the product of your environment or you'll grow out of it. And I think I just became the product of it.
You resent your family?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Not my dad, though. My dad was always good for me. He's a truck driver, so he was gone a lot. But my dad, he's tried his best for me. And, that's what I feel most bad about. My son and my dad. I'm letting them down because they care about me the most. I really do. But it's selfish to say that I don't care enough, I guess, anymore. And that's so fucked up to say, but it's true.
Does your family ever try to reach out to you?
Yeah, when I have a phone, they do. I only talk to my dad, though.
Is your dad afraid you died out here?
Yeah. He's just terrified. He tells me all the time that he wants me to Cause he's 70 now. He's almost 70, so like, my dad's not like old like type 70, like he's still in good shape, but I know that there's gonna come a time he's gonna need me.
How many years did you say that you hit a clean time?
5. It was, I felt good. I felt responsible for once, you know? I had my own house, I had my son, and, I had the husband, I had everything. It was, I took a lot of pride in my house, I took a lot of pride in being a provider. So when that was gone, it was just, everything else went too. I've just been trying to find a way to just, fill that void.
So when you do return, what's your plans?
If I make it and don't end up in a body bag, I will probably, hopefully, have found a better person to spend my life with. If not, at least, hopefully my son forgives me and I can go back and get my, my nursing license and get back on track with life.
What advice could you give the younger generation that might want to step out here and use?
Don't do it. If I'm a great example, let me be a great example of what can happen. And it's not fun. I used to be really pretty. I used to be really, really, really pretty. And some people say I'm still pretty, but trust me. And it will take your soul. So, to make money to get high, sometimes I do dates. On Valentine's Day, I got this date. Started off normal. He didn't want to use a condom, so he decided he was gonna me. 3 hours, he me. I don't have my voice nailed because I'm still trying to get my voice back from the screaming. It was violent, it was vicious. I was tripped out 3 or 4 times, had to come back to consciousness. And he rides around taunting. I have seen him twice since then. He thinks it's funny, he thinks it's a game. It's the type of stuff that makes you want to get clean. But yet here I am. All because we thought we were using a condom. Isn't that crazy?
Was it an older guy?
No, he was younger. I'm not going to describe him. All us girls know what he looked like, though. We look out for each other when we can. I don't want to go no further, though. It just happened, so it hurts really bad. I couldn't even walk the next day. It's real. So, to make money to get high, sometimes I do dates. On Valentine's Day, I got this date. Started off normal. He didn't want to use a condom, so he decided he was gonna me. 3 hours, he me. I don't have my voice nailed because I'm still trying to get my voice back from the screaming. It was violent, it was vicious. I was tripped out 3 or 4 times, had to come back to consciousness. And he rides around taunting. I have seen him twice since then. He thinks it's funny, he thinks it's a game. It's the type of stuff that makes you want to get clean. But yet here I am. All because we thought we were using a condom. Isn't that crazy?
Was it an older guy?
No, he was younger. I'm not going to describe him. All us girls know what he looked like, though. We look out for each other when we can. I don't want to go no further, though. It just happened, so it hurts really bad. I couldn't even walk the next day.